Hey there, Barry here with a 2020 Game Room Collection tour. It's been a while since I've done one of these, and I'll be honest, there hasn't been any major changes to my collection since I believe the last video I did, but you know, I've got a little free time, I've got a new iPhone, so I figured why not just run around and take a look at what I got, and yeah, so let's begin. So I believe since the last time I did one of these, this corner was actually pretty sparse. It's now since filled up. So I figured it would be fun to start here instead of ending here like last time. So this is just a bin of stuff, really uninteresting stuff like boxes, cords, cables. Yeah, not worth it going through. This is a Sega Calendar. Got these things. Now there's been so many Sega special edition boxes recently that like I'm running out of room for them, so I've had to start putting them in storage. But I really love this one. I like to leave it out, and it's still kind of accessible. I got some stuff sitting on top of it, but if I want to dig through it, I can. Over here on the side, we have, hey, it's Sega's holiday card. Sega does, but we couldn't have done it without you. Oh, thank you. And then over here, we've got my 3DS games, my Game Boy Advance SP, and I got all the cartridges in there. A few special editions here. I finally got around to getting these, don't call them amiibos, Totaku figurines. I like them, but they're really hard to find. Like there's a Wipeout vehicle I'm still looking for. I don't think I'll ever find it. This was given to me by Treasure Hunting Sonic on a trip to Japan. It's from a Yokosuka festival. If you know Shenmue, you know what Yokosuka has to do with it. In here are all of my Sonic comics. I also have some Simpsons comics down here, and then a few board games up top. I've taken advantage of the hang tags, so Vector and Eggman are forever having a conversation. Down here we have the Shenmue 3 Collector's Edition. Like I said, I don't know where to put these things, so I just kind of put them where I can. Toe Jam and Earl. This is a model kit that I've been meaning to get around to doing. Some magazines. This game I just got, Battle Racers, and I don't think I'll ever find anyone to play it with. Maybe if there's a convention someday, because it's pretty intense. I really like these shelves. These are actually some of my favorite parts of my collection. So I have a lot of Sonic stuff in the other room, and I always wanted to display my Sega things, and so here I've got a little Space Channel 5 corner, I've got a Shenmue corner, I've got a little more Shenmue, Virtua Fighter, Jet Set Radio, and ever since they've been releasing these really nice quality, affordable figurines, they've been great little kind of centerpieces. And then we've got the action figures. I'm really happy I finally got these. I found an eBay auction that had almost every single one. I believe there's a alternate version of her with that helmet on, but let's be honest, like, the helmet's over there. They just took the helmet from that one you see there, put it on that one, and said it was like another version. There's the Wipeout figure. There's a second one that I want to get my hands on. Another one of my favorite pieces, a Sonic 3 Happy Meal display. Always been a part of my collection since I've been doing one of these videos. And yeah, I'm so happy that I got one of these. It was like eBay, $40 or something, really cool. Sonic Mania has a big presence in this room just because I love the posters. This was one that came, I believe, with European release. Overflow games, Dreamcast games that are a little too big, as well as some video game review show DVDs. Yes, they still release these things. And then I moved my Ninja Turtles and Sonic animation, and then just some like random animation stuff down here. Sonic Boom, Dennis the Menace. Down here, Racing Wheel, Game Gear, one of my many minis. So this is the Mega Drive Mini Japanese case. Inside is, I believe, the European model. Actually, no, I think just a bunch of the cables and cords are in here, because behind me is actually the European model. Here's Sega's Wappy Puppy, and then this is Kevin McAllister as a puppy. Then Urkel's kind of hiding back here. Sonic Monopoly, the Gamer Edition. This one's really easy to find. This one up here, not so much. Let's see, around the corner here, it actually starts bleeding into a hallway. We've got some boxed Sonic figures. I'll be honest, like if I were to sell anything in my collection, I'd probably start selling these. I don't have a huge interest in them. I think this one's kind of cool. Comes with an art print. But like, I don't know, like, is that exciting? These are kind of neat, I guess. I don't know, it's just like the Sonic Boom ones. These were my last Toys R Us purchases ever. I went there when it was closing and I was like, I might as well pick them up. These though I do like. I know they can go for a little more, so if I'm ever strapped for cash, who knows. But in the meantime, we've got Mickey Sonic. And then behind me here, I'm gonna do a swish pan. We've got this old cabinet that came with our house. It's been in here for probably since the 70s. But this is where I put my television stuff. I have some Atari games down here. And then down below are some Sonic books and some VHS tapes that I just didn't have room for anywhere else. And then rounding the corner, the Sega Pico, followed by my NES collection. I actually have a lot of boxed NES games. And I've probably told the story multiple times in past collection videos, but I got a lot of those in just like garage sales for like 25 bucks, like a whole collection. And this was in the last like 20 years, 15, 20 years. So, you know, there's treasures out there if you look. Sonic Mania poster, I love this thing. And then a few more little things, Sonic Mania, bandana, I was gonna say bandito. Sonic 3 Happy Meal bag, Sonic Happy Meal box. These are the kids giveaways here, the balls. And then here are my games. And I'll be honest, I have not added many games. Like I filled this shelf when I moved here and I have not added many since. And I think it's just because like retro game collecting is kind of drying up in my area. I have to go to conventions to find anything. When I do find something, the prices are crazy. I've collected a majority of what I like, and I don't need much more in terms of retro games. So this is probably what I'm gonna have for a long time. It's not crazy, but it's just, there's a lot of gems in here. A lot of personal favorites. And also, if you're like looking to get into collecting, or if you're thinking, oh, my collection's too small, like just focus on games you think are fun, franchises you like. Focus on games that showcase certain aspects of the hardware. Like if you have a Dreamcast game you wanna get, that uses the microphone in an interesting way. Like there's a light gun game where you can record the sounds of the victim's screams so you can like shoot yourself, I guess. Maybe that's not too uplifting. But yeah, you know, like, let's see, like Cliffhanger. There's like a cool 3D bit in that. I've got the, I don't know, Batman Returns is over here. There's some cool driving stuff. Like, they're not super expensive or rare games, but they're fun and interesting. Like, down here, I picked this up, the Real Bout, and I just got it because it was a big box. It came with, I believe, the memory card or whatever it was, the Mega, whatever. Someone will correct me. Here are my Sonic Mania items. Of course, I went all out. I got all regions. And then I've got these little figurines. I'm missing a few of them, but I've got the Badniks, which were what I really wanted to get. I believe there's another Sonic and there's another Eggman. But the ring is the chase one, I think, the most difficult to find. Down here, we've got my Atari 2600, Return of the Jedi. That's been sitting in here probably for a couple months now. And below it, a few more games. You can see I've got my rabbit ears connected to the old tube TV, and Menacers connected here. Down below is a VCR DVD player that I got at Goodwill for like 10 bucks. I love it. I have not actually hooked up the DVD player because I use PS2 if I do watch DVDs, but the VHS player is really good. I believe they call them VCRs. And then we have my Xbox, which I need to plug in if I want to use because it's always powered on because these things fall apart real easily. Some cool decals I've picked up at Galloping Ghost swap meets. And then down here, let's see, we've got the Sega Master System. We've got the Sega Nomad, the Philips CDI, and then as you can see, I've been watching some classics on VHS. Tons of controllers, Saturn, I think Saturn mainly in here, Genesis, NES, Master System. And then up top, we've got the other two minis. I have my Genesis Mini upstairs. a copy of Rampage signed by the creator. Got a Mega Drive Sonic 2, which, I mean, I could put on the shelf, but as you can see, I've reached my limit. And then the Sonic Toaster, which I've never actually used. Got two of these cable guys. There's a Knuckles one I really want to get, but I haven't been able to find it. This is probably the crown jewel of my collection. The very first video game thing I ever got was a Sega Genesis, this Sega Genesis, with a copy of this Sonic 1. And since then, I've put the 32X on it, the Sega CD. I even got the little extra bit here. Someone sent me that from Europe, actually. So that's like a Mega Drive one, even though they're the exact same. But, you know, my OCD tells me that's not a Genesis one. We've got Saturn, a white Saturn, which looks like it's yellowing, but you can't see on the video. And honestly, like, unless you hold something white up next to it, it looks okay. We've got Dreamcast, of course. I've got about 4 or 5 of those. A Wii and a PS2 Slim. And then down below, tons of Dreamcast cables. This one's cool. You can use your PS3 and PS4 controller on the Dreamcast, and it has like a hack that holds memory, so you can use it as a memory card. And let's see, yeah, so that does it for the consoles, I think. Moving up here, got some of my Nintendo stuff. I don't own a Switch, but I do own a few games. Followed by Xbox games. I'm not going to move these things. You can pretend I own some of the most rarest and best games back there. But I put the holiday card up here, some of those cool pins they've been giving out for Sega Heroes. Down here, my PS1, PS2, 360 games, and then more PS2 and PS4, which is my go-to console for just about everything. And if you skim through here, it's almost all Sega or Sega-related games. So it is a Sega powerhouse when it comes to that. Down here is just like Sega miscellaneous. I made this. This is a little Goro from Shenmue keychain. Some premium items, like this came with Valkyria Chronicles 4. I love this thing. Little Opa Opa, of course, the Sega Bits mascot. And actually, the Sega Bits logo came from this exact toy. It was a photo someone took of their own, but it's at this angle. And so this is the basis for the Sega Bits logo, this specific toy here. Pins, some Tiger games. Chris Tang autographed that for me. Hey, I'm a Yakuza fan. Shenmue 3 things, of course, that's on display right now in the museum. My Dreamcast collection, it's a little over half the collection, but I'm not a completionist. I've just found that over the years I've just amassed a lot of them, and I'm not too interested in getting a full collection, but it's kind of my main focus. If I'm going to be buying any classic games, this is where I'm going to be getting them for the Dreamcast. Down below, we have some indie games, DS games, and then I'll go real quick here. This is just my DVD collection. We got Simpsons up there, like animation, Adult Swim, swishing over here. We've got live action comedy. We've got anime, Three Stooges, comedy, Rocky and Bullwinkle, animation, horror, sci-fi stuff, Criterion Collection releases, the Studio Ghibli collection here, and then just my Blu-ray collection, DC, which, yeah, I like DC, lay off, X-Men, the Monster Verse, all 3 of them, and Pixar. And then down below, just some DVDs that I have. Hard to get to them, but I'll be honest, I don't watch them that much. And then just an assortment of goofy things, figurines. And down below, I've got some magazines here, some Sega mags. This is cool. It's a sketch of one of the Ninja Turtles. You can guess which one, I don't know. From, what is it, Peter Laird, co-creator. And a little Chucky shelf. just collector's editions, box sets, things like that, some more Sonic stuff. This is all my Sega Pico stuff. This is the complete American Pico library, and then I've got some garbage on top. Like, this is a broken Space Channel 5 figure. This is a... I was supposed to give this away in a contest, and no one won. Like, that's how little someone wanted this. What a weird item. You want this? It wipes your screen. No one wanted it. Even the winner didn't want it. And yeah, got some VHS tapes in there. Okay, we're getting to the cool part. So this is the big addition to my collection. I'd say maybe Ninja Turtles falls like in my top 5 favorite franchises. But specifically, I love the cartoon show. I love the action figures. As a kid, this was my big focus in collecting. And when I was an adult, I began hitting up eBay and finding these things for like nothing, like finding lots of them, finding assortments of accessories. And over time, I've pretty much amassed a collection of every single unique figure. So I didn't really go for the ones where it was like every turtle is a, psychologist, or every turtle is dressed like a Harlem Globetrotter. Really, I went for the one-off characters, and so this is from, I believe, the first like 4 or 5 years of Ninja Turtles. And I've got some of the vehicles in the back here. Got these dudes, the bad guys, the Technodrome. So I absolutely love having this on display. Finally, this is one of my favorite pieces. I've actually pieced this together from different parts. I painted it. I actually constructed this. These fall off very easily, so I built this and painted it. And I've since bought a replacement head that has the original one, but I have no idea how to replace the head without like breaking it. So I have it, but it's not out here. Got this dude hanging here from up top. So yeah, I mean, I can't play with them, but I'm 35. I'm not really playing with them anymore. But it's just so great to finally see them out and about, not in one of these cases in a storage bin. And down below, I really like these ones. So these are the Toon Turtles, the transforming ones. I have all the like human ones except for April, who oddly transforms into a lion, and I think that's like a leopard, and that's based on one of the cartoon episodes. I love these things, the wacky action ones. Like, look how goofy they look. There's Bebop, Rocksteady, Shredder. Apparently that's like a wacky action bike that goes with them. And there's no light up here, unfortunately, but these are just the others, ones that have nowhere really to go. And yeah, and then I'll just show these things real quick here. We've got Mimi, Crazy Taxi, Jet Set Radio figurines, Bayonetta, and then my Ulala Bisu, my waifu, and Strike Harbinger, which is now called, man, oh, they're gonna kill me. I'll put it in here down below. Smash Grabinger. Jet Set Radio Future poster. I love this thing. I don't know where it was used, but it is an official promotional poster, maybe in a game shop. I don't know, but yeah, that pretty much does it for my game room. I just wanted to put this video together and walk around, point at things, and justify having a room full of this stuff. So maybe someday I'll play some games. Who knows? I don't really know. Are these video games? I don't know. They're just cases, right? You just put them on a shelf. Anyway, I'm rambling. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to have a good day. Bye.